All praises, all praises, all praises to the heavenly, holy, almighty creator of infinity, eternity, the universe, and all there is. This is Revelations.UNVEILED.DETROIT. Hello, family. We're back together again in this wonderful congregation, converging as we find our wonderful soft space in the place where we will sit at the knee of wisdom and once again go into our wonderful review to spark our remembrance on the elaboration and the collaboration of our expansion in understanding the holy history of the nation of mystery. All praises. And to the 12 tribes of the house of Jacob scattered abroad, wherever you may sojourn, my continuous petition and prayer for your care, safety, peace, and harmony, as well as the brothers and sisters of the world. And we are revisiting our Brother Prophet series, where we are continuing at the chapter 8 of Brother Prophet Daniel. And we will once again be blessed with with another evaluation of prophecy, of the visions, where now, when it is understood that this is a book of history, this is the word given to the designated men of the Holy Creator to dispense His word and the script for all of mankind from the beginning to the end. So, this will be a continuation of the outline of the kingdoms that will appear in the latter times until the return of the Messiah. So, we will give due honor to the Revelations.UNVEILED.DETROIT channel standards in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 6, in the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 8, and in the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verses 9 through 11. And we shall begin with the wonderful sipping, the wonderful ingestion of the holy words of Brother Prophet Daniel. The book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 1. In the 3rd year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me Daniel, after that which appeared unto me at the first. And I saw in a vision, and it came to pass, when I saw that I was at Shushan, in the palace, which is in the province of Elam. That's modern day India, family. And I saw in a vision, and I was by the river of Ulai. Then I lifted up mine eyes and saw, and behold, there stood before me the river, a ram which had 2 horns. And the 2 horns were high, but one was higher than the other, and the higher came up last. I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him, neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand. But he did according to his will, and became great. And as I was considering, behold, an he-goat came from the west of the face of the whole earth, and he touched not the ground. And the goat had a notable horn between his eyes. And he came to the ram that had 2 horns, which I had seen standing before the river. And he ran unto him in the fury of his power. And I saw him come close unto the ram, and he was moved with the choler against him, and smote the ram, and broke his 2 horns. And there was no power in the ram to stand before him. But he cast him down to the ground, and stamped upon him. And there was none that could deliver the ram out of his hand. Therefore the he-goat waxed very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken, and for it came up 4 notable ones toward the 4 winds of heaven. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great toward the south, and toward the east, and toward the pleasant land. And it waxed great, even unto the host of heaven. And it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground, and stamped upon them. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and by him the daily sacrifice was taken away, and the place of his sanctuary was cast down. And as an host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression, and it cast down the truth to the ground, and it practiced and prospered. Verse 12, and an host, an army family, was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression, and it cast down the truth to the ground, and it practiced and prospered. Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint say unto that certain saint which spoke, how long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice, and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden under foot? And he said unto me, unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. All right, family. So Brother Daniel is being spoken to by the saints, and they're going to disseminate to him each portion of his vision. So the sanctuary would be trodden down, and then it would be rebuilt and cleansed. Verse 15, and it came to pass when I, even I, Daniel, had seen the vision and sought for the meaning, then, behold, there stood before me as the appearance of a man. And I heard a man's voice between the banks of Ulai, which called and said, Gabriel, make this man to understand the vision. So he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid and fell upon my face. And he said unto me, understand, O Son of Man, for at the time of the end shall be the vision. Now as he was speaking with me, I was in a deep sleep on my face toward the ground. But he touched me and set me upright. And he said, behold, I will make thee know what shall be in the last end of the indignation. For at the time appointed, the end shall be. The ram which you saw having 2 horns are the kings of Media and Persia, and the rough goat is the king of Grecia, and the great horn that is between his eyes is the first king. All right, family, that was King Alexander the Greek. Now, that being broken, whereas 4 stood up for it, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power. All right, family. So when Alexander the Great died, his kingdom was divided into 4 portions. Verse 23, and in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up. Right there, family, is the emergence of the Roman Empire, which came out of the Greek Greek Empire, the Greco-Romans. So now the Romans, what will they do? Verse 24. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall many be destroyed. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. All right, family, right there is the end time prophecy against the Holy Roman Empire and their influence over the kings of the earth and their armies, which are to gather in the valley of judgment to battle against the Holy Messiah when he returns. Verse 26, and the vision of the evening and the morning, which was told, is true. Wherefore shut you up the vision, for it shall be for many days. Verse 27, and I, Daniel, fainted and was sick certain days. Afterward I rose up and did the king's business, and I was astonished at the vision, but none understood it. All praises. So family, once again, our holy scriptures, our holy history is a book of prophecy where the holy men were given the visions of the beginning, the current day, and the end. And Brother Daniel has outlined the final empires that would rule the world. And he has given us in this chapter the vision of the Greek Empire, which we are covering on this channel in the series of the Maccabees, the Greek history removed from the Bible. And then from that Greek Empire arose the Roman Empire. And that will be the final empire in rule that will fight and battle against the Holy Messiah upon his return. So when he returns, it will be for the gathering of the nations for war, as well as the redemption of the scattered house of Israel, where they sojourn on planet Earth amongst the heathen. So when we speak to those in the realm of dissemination of this book, we look at prophecy, and then we examine secular history, and we look at the events as they have unfolded, and we look to the events where we have a vision of the unfulfilled destiny. All praises. So family, we will continue with our Brother Prophet series so that we can get more increase of our soul, spirit, and intellect, so that we can discern the signs of our current times. So we shall continue as best in comfort under this COVID captivity, this corona confusion. We shall maintain our safety and our health until we return back to our zone of education, edification for the holy hidden nation. And until we are together again, I love you. I love you. I love you. This is Revelations.UNVEILED.DETROIT, the book of Daniel, chapter 8. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verses 6 through 9. For we are a holy people unto the Lord our God. The Lord our God has chosen us to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon us, nor choose us because we were more in number than any people, for we were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved us, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn to our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, has the Lord brought us out with a mighty hand and redeemed us out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Verse 9. Know therefore that the Lord our God, he is God, the faithful God, which keeps covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.